We're at 1409 Avondale Woods Drive in Chesterfield. It's the vibrant, active community. It's a 55 plus community, and I'm going to show you the exterior later, but we're coming in, and this is great because I want to show you detailed this amazing house. And today's sun is shining. They have a beautiful storm door in here. They also have a little porch set up, and I'm kind of blinded by the sun, but and then you can see that. And we're going to go inside and we're going to check out this amazing layout. It's completely turnkey. My beautiful couple, they're going back to family, and so that's why they're leaving. But you have an entryway here, and also the main door has a transom, so it lets light in as well. So we're going to walk through. I'm going to flip it around so you can take a look. Okay? Okay, this is the exterior, and there's a nice garage and plenty of room to fit one car. And what's so great is that this is how wide the streets are, and you can park on the street, and it's nicely sidewalk, and there's street lights. And this neighborhood is not too big, but it's not too small. There's definitely some streets and little areas and walking areas. And as we're walking out here, you can see it's very picturesque. There's people walking their dogs, and that's Polka Shop Boulevard when you come in there. So as you're seeing, this is the beautiful Avondale Woods. Come take a look. It's listed right now at $3.99. That's where the mail kiosk is, where you get your mail. Very easy as you're coming in. And it's a sweet community. It's very Chesterfield, off in Logan Turnpike and Shop Boulevard. As you walk in, there's a nice open hallway, and then there's lighting there, smoke alarm, and right to the left here, there's carpet. It's in great condition, and you have your first office, bedroom, flex room, den. There's a nice LED light. There's another smoke alarm, and we're doing a detailed walkthrough here because you think a lot of times those fast videos that are done, you kind of miss the space in the room. There's a nice window, blinds, and there's a double door closet. I'm gonna let you see how big the closets are here. So this is the first bedroom. So this is labeled as a 3-bedroom, 3 full bath. And one of the full baths is in the hallway down here, and that is here. And if you can notice the wide doors, which is great. So it is a 0 entry, meaning that you don't have to climb stairs to get inside. It's just a step in. And everything here is easy accessible without any steps, and as well as wider doors that you can see here. So if you need to get a wheelchair in, you can, or a walker. The flooring is lovely because it's nice LVP. This home is built on a slab, and the ceilings are quite tall. I believe they're 10-foot ceilings because they're pretty tall. Or 9 foot. I think they're 10 foot. They do have a nice Simply Safe setup for security, and you can see here, hello, there's a nice vanity sink with storage, and there's plenty of storage. They kind of keep their utilities, their trash in, their soft clothes, as you saw that. And your basic toilet, it's elongated, not short, and then they have a nice tiled shower. It is a bin there, and then there's a light on top. And that is considered the hall bath, just so you know. And what's so great about it, it's just kind of separated in the front here. The primary is in the very back of the house. So as you walk in, the kitchen is to the left. That is the pantry, that door there. It's open to the dining area and the family area. That is the door to upstairs. There's a nice linen closet. We're going to do upstairs last because that's where our owner is. Now it's actually a pretty good sized coat closet, and you can see here that's like where all of your internet connections are at to the house. And that's the doorway hallway. Here, right up here, is going to be the garage, and again, it's a 0 entry. They have a beautiful vintage car here. I think they're considering selling it. And there's some shelving in the garage. It is finished and actually painted. The walls are painted, the ceiling is not. There's light, auto door garage opener, it's a lift master, and there's storage. And even with this car in here, there's plenty of space. And you can see there's a nook here to get more storage in. So it's quite large. And there's the auto door opener. All right, we're gonna go back inside. And the sellers are actually leaving the refrigerator, so it's a newer refrigerator. And let's go back into this bedroom because they're leaving the mounted TVs too. I didn't get to mention that. So this is one of the TVs. It's a Sony. They're going to leave, and it's mounted back here, you can see. And as we go into the general living area, it's a nice island. They have seating here. There's electrical outlet here, so you can plug in and cook. This is laminate, but it is quite nice, and it's in great condition, so there's no reason, but you easily could upgrade it to granite or quartz. 2 pendant lights. You can see the lights above. This home was built in 2020. It's a beautiful home, and this is kind of nice to have it as a coffee bar. What's great here too, you can notice here they have the little outlets, the USB ports, so you can just plug your phones right there. And there's plenty of space. There's upper cabinet space, and this has the soft close, which is nice. So you can see that there. Nice wide cabinets. They're very organized. So that's also in soft close and storage there. And then as we go into here, this is the pantry. This is one of the greatest things about this house, is the seller also has built-in pantry. I wish mine was as nice as this. There's drawers, and it's quite roomy and spacious for a size home this size, 1620 square footage. There's also an upstairs with a full ensuite bath, which we're going to see after. Again, more drawers, plenty of space, smooth top, range and stove. It's Samsung, and microwave set. And it's your typical stove. It's very clean. These people are very clean. I love that. And as the island, you can see the island. This is the dishwasher, and it is also a Samsung, and doing great. No problems. I helped this sweet couple buy this home. This is just a viewpoint from the kitchen, and you can see it's plenty wide to get through, which is great. And then as we go under the sink, gosh, these people are organized. I love it. And they also have, because it's a newer home, they have all the numbers here to reach for emergency numbers and anything needed. And that is the switch here for the garbage disposal. Hold on one second. There it is. You can see the garbage disposal. Okay. Now, as we kind of walk in, this is how they have it set for their dining area. Plenty of space. They have a little moving coffee cart, some antiques set up. That's the puppy's house. Isn't it cute? That's Machi. And it's a great seating area. And the LVP goes all the way throughout the living area here. And wall space, and the gas fireplace works beautifully. That's their TV. Also is coming with the house. I'm going to put the fireplace on so you can see it working once it gets going. Oh, there it is. Ta-da! Cozy. We're going to need that this weekend with this bad weather coming. So I'm gonna cut that off. And then what's nice back here is these are the built-in blinds, which is nice. So you can kind of see, you can get it to be private or open it. And you can also lift it up, I believe. So that's been put in. That's another nice thing about resales when you get blinds put in, but this is going to come with a TV too. That's 2 of the 3 TVs that it's coming with. And there's another smoke alarm, and I think it's carbon monoxide too. And there's a outlet for a ceiling fan if you want to put it in. It's wired. So outside is great because it's an extended patio. Typically they end right where that line is, but this thing is set up for a hot tub if you want. I saw in the ARB for the HOA that it's set up. There's a nice ceiling fan. My sweet sellers went ahead and put up an awning for the afternoon sun to protect it. You can close it easily, and it's electrical. It's electric. So this is fantastic. And look how nice this backyard is. The fence is beautifully stained, and it's quite large for it being a townhome. And they put up that privacy section, which is nice. So it's very peaceful. This is the calm before the storm because we're supposed to be getting a very bad winter storm this weekend. So then we have the area for the grill, just to kind of give you perspective of how large this area is. I know they spend a lot of time up here. And that is the remote for the awning. And we're going to go back inside. You can kind of see the view of inside. Now we're going to go take a look at the primary room. It's so pretty. I love it. As you walk in, you can see how beautiful and bright it is. They have a ceiling fan, light, and Nice big window that faces the private backyard. And someone had asked at a previous showing, that is for the fan. This is the third TV that's conveying with the home. And this is the electrical panel. They had painted over it. So there's still plenty of places to add, and they have it nicely labeled just so you can see. And this is a viewpoint from the corner of the room. And you have your smoke alarm, so they're all compliant. Carpet's great in condition, very cozy. And then this is the primary bath. It's massive. So you walk in, it's tile, double vanity, raised vanity with lighting. And there's plenty of storage too, because you think about needing all of that storage for, you know, in your bathroom. That's one of the biggest things people think about when they're downsizing is storage. So that's soft close, which is great. And then plenty of storage. I swear to God, I love them. They're so organized. And they also have a nice linen closet back here. Look how large this is. It's pretty big if you think about it for being the primary suite. So that's your linen. And then next would be the shower. There's a light above here as well. And it's tiled and a nice pan. It's quite large. You could easily do glass if you wanted to, but I bet it's set up so that if someone has disability, you could do that, or you could do a renovation and make it a different kind of shower, whatever you want to do. So then there's the closet. Nice walk-in closet. Carpet, again, very organized. There's a light up here. Carpet. And in here is fantastic is the laundry. So this is vinyl. And they are leaving their washer and dryer, their whirlpools. And there's a cabinet, shelving. You don't even have anything in the cabinet really. And still room back here for your hampers. So you probably could put some more shelving here if you wanted to as well. But it's nice, it's like right off the primary. So whoever's living here can enjoy not having to deal with all that. So that's the master or the primary. That's what we call it now. I'm gonna close this because my seller's upstairs with the puppy. So I'm gonna go upstairs and let her know we're ready to come upstairs to take you through. Let's see. Again, this is 1,620 square feet, 1,620 square feet. That's it. And I'm going to show you the neighborhood when we're done with this. Okay, I'm coming up. This is the staircase. All right, I'm going to hide over here. Don't bark, Bachi. Shh. We showed him your house too. We did a tour of Bachi's house. There's his house. So cute. Okay. I promised or I wouldn't put it in. All right, we're gonna go upstairs. What's great is that the door is at the bottom of the stairs, not the top, which I prefer. So it's kind of completely a secret kind of hideout. This can serve as a third bedroom, an ensuite, an office, a live-in person. That's gonna have a little nook and a window seat. It could even be like a little reading, or you could probably put a pillow top. And to the left is the beds, and they have it set up for guests. I love the LED lights. They turn a ton up here. And then to the left is the bathroom here. So the vinyl up here is upstairs. And then a nice sink. I like the darker cabinets here. And again, soft close. And hello. Nice lighting. And this is where we have a tub. Okay. So if you want to take a bath, you can come up here. Another light set up. Plenty of lighting in this house. And this is tile, and then we have a tub. It's actually a nice large tub too. Okay. And then in here is their storage. And this home has a tankless water heater, which is fantastic. And you can see the innards of the house, the insulation, and there's the HVAC system. I think there's a light here somewhere. I'm gonna turn it on here. Here we go. So you can see all the HVAC and the accessible here, and they kind of put some bar stools, which is nice, and you can put some suitcases, but there is an electrical outlet there, so if you need to put something else up here, it's nice they have this to catch any release of fluids. But again, nice to have a tankless water heater and not have to mess with that in the garage. So that's all up here out of the way, and this is the space for office, guest, or it could even serve as another den if you wanted to have a getaway. So it's big enough to put 2 twin beds, a huge dresser, and still a little room for everything else. And what's nice here is it has its own thermostat. It's a Honeywell, and then there's room in the closet. And these people, again, are very organized, which I love. Be careful because those want to fly out. And that concurs our tour upstairs, and we'll go down and I'll take you outside.